This is the Lockpicking Newbie, and I have some pretty significantly difficult locks in my queue here. I've got Hillbilly's Challenge Lock number 2. I've got a MTL Interactive with serrated pins. This is a brown belt lock. I've got a Dom IX10. That is a red belt lock. Don't know how long it's going to take me to get into those. But what I have for you today is this challenge lock from Bearsback. Hillbilly Locksport sent me this in his package with his number 2. This is a very nice lock. Very, very cleanly packaged. It's engraved. If I get into it, I'll show all that. But it's called Cold Bore by Bearsback. And Hillbilly went ahead and put his mark on it, that he picked it. So that's good. I hope to have a lockpicking newbie mark in here soon. So here we are. We're keyed up in a vise here, so we are functioning. And let's see if we can go about picking this guy. So I'm gonna just stick a wiper down here in the bottom to try to protect that bottom of the keyway there. I'm not being too rough with it, but whatever. So I've got this DeForest Diamond in 18 thousandths from Peterson, using a 50 thousandths pry bar, sparrows, I guess. All right, so here we go. I'm tensioning counterclockwise. 1 is springy. 2 is springy. All right, a little click on 3. 1, 2, 4. 4 clicks on 3, and then feels like we're done with that one right now. 5 is binding, or 4 rather. Manual counter rotation, dropping things. And we got some clicks out of 4 with some movement in the core. Back to 3, just see where we stand. Oh, that came way down. Let's try to get some clicks in there. All right, I think I'm just going to move on. I think I'm back to 5, 6. Ooh, okay, 6 is binding hard, but it's not letting me do anything. All right, so I did some manual counter rotation, and I did get 6 up a little bit. 5 is binding now, and I got a couple clicks. Let me just calm down. Okay, a couple clicks out of, I think that was 3. Now we're towards the front. Some clicks on 2, movement in the core. Now 1 is binding. Some counter rotation. All right, so I think I'm got a little bit something out of 1. I have been working with this lock, and if I get all wild and crazy with it, nothing good comes of it. And I have gotten into it a couple times, but never on camera. Okay, so now we're into a nice false set. I just kind of touched 3, and that got me to this false set. So let's see if we can figure out where to get the last of this guy. All the way in the back. I think I'm back on 6. I hope so. Oh, that guy is a bear back there. Okay, so let's go to the front real quick. Okay. 1 springy. A little bit of springiness, but it feels like I don't think I'm going to get anything else out of 1. I'm actually looking down the keyhole. No. 2 is pretty firm. 3 is pretty firm. 4 is pretty firm. So is 5. Okay, guys, I think 6 is holding me up. I'm kind of afraid of this pin because I always have to do this. I'm manually counter rotating, and I'm going to drop. So like, raise your hand if you really like dropping your set pins right when you've got your nice false set. Right, nobody. Okay, so I'm still counter rotating nice and slow. There we go. Got the pin to move. See if there's anything else there. About to lose my wrench. Okay. This is a good one, Bearsback. Like I say, I've been here a couple times, but it's still tricky, and it takes a lot of concentration from this newbie. All right, I'm up at, I just got some stuff on 2, now I'm up on 1. I think I kind of blew it here because I had that false set, but 6 was down. So I think I needed to get 6 before. I think I need to have 6 before I got the false set. Okay, I'm just going to ease this back. Okay, I got, all right. So what happened there was I eased it back. I got a click from dropping and then kind of back into a false set. So let me go back to 6 and see what that feels like. 6 kind of feels like it's set. Okay, 5. 5 feels really firm. I don't think it's set though. All right, so I just got some clicks on 5, or oh my gosh, maybe it was 6. And then some movement in the core, and then I came up to around 2 and got back into the false set. So now let's see if we can get her done here. I'm on 1, some counter rotation. This is great with my lighting the way it is. I can see right on it, and it was so great I dropped the false set. So once again, false set, and what's holding me up is 1. So I'm going to take the number 1, see if I can get 1 without dropping everything. A little bit more pressure on the pin. Okay, got some clickage. I'm on 2 now. Tough feeling this Slage keyway for 25 thousandths. Got a tiny bit of movement. Oof. Okay, guys. I don't know if you guys can see the core movement, but we're definitely getting some core movement. We're getting into the false set, and then I feel like it's time to close the deal, and then I lose it. So Bearsback, this is a good challenge for me anyway, for this newbie here. All right, I'm gonna do some counter rotation and try to get this guy. All right, I just got about 3 reverse clicks, which I think is right because I think I overset a ton of stuff. And then I got just a little bit of wider movement there. So now I'm in the back. It's probably 6. Some good clicks. Now to 5. Into some movement in the core, a little false set maybe. Okay, I think this is 4, but it feels further to the front. So maybe I'm on like 2. Nothing there. Man. Maybe I need to get another click off of 6 back there. Maybe I'm not even on 6. All right, I'm gonna count. Okay, 1 is firm. Let's set it. Come on, 1 dude, you can do it. Okay, so we got 1 to something. 2 is firm. No counter rotation. Just touch 3. Ah, there we go. Okay, well, I don't know. That's probably around a 9-minute pick because I talked for about a minute. But awesome. Okay, this is a really cool lock. And I've got my pinning stuff here. So let's get this guy gutted. What a cool lock. Bearsback. Awesome, buddy. Lock her back up. Love this tool. Here, let me put this in the center now. Love this tool, this little spline wrench back here. So if you are ever jabbing at this little pin with your hook and you can't get the pin to stay down and you're trying to turn the ring and then you get the ring off and then your hook slips off the ring and the pin goes flying and you can't find the spring. Hey, that's a familiar story, right? If all that happens to you on a regular basis, then by golly, get that little spline wrench. All right, here's where Bearsback engraved it. He very nicely engraved F for front. Let's see, let's go with the key. And I'm going to use a shim. Now, okay, so for those of you who are new, why use a shim on like a regular old Schlage kind of lock? Well, number one, nobody ever used a gutted a lock and with a shim and said, doggone it, I really regret using that shim. It's like, there's no downside to it. And then number two, it's like, if you got a shim, you may as well use it. It's like having a SWAT team. And I mean that sincerely. You got a SWAT team, paid for it, may as well use it. So here we go. All right. So we got that booger off. So the pins are really nicely aligned to the shear line, like that. Okay, here's the trickery. Oh man, Bearsback, look what you did. This is some nice machining. Some of these pins remind me of American lock key pins because they're like serrated or other kind of trickery. So when you overset, you think you're still working, but you're not getting anything done. All right. So what delights await us in the Bible? All right, I'm just going to go all the way front to back because of the back of this follower is a little hinky. So we're going to start with number 1. The trick here is going to be to get the thing out without having it fly around. Oh, and I'm going to try to keep it aligned. Okay, so that side was towards the key pin. And so far the springs aren't. Okay, that side was towards the key pin. Ooh, I just got it wrong. Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah. That side was toward the key pin. Oh, and the springs are different, so I'm going to keep the springs in line. I thought about sometimes how long these videos are and how much I should skip and all that. And I don't think there's really a heck of a lot of science to it. Ooh, these springs are different. Oh, Bearsback. Bearsback, you magnificent lock maker. Oh, damn. Okay, I'm trying. I'm trying not to lose which side was towards the pin or towards the key pin. I think that side was towards the key pin. Oh boy. Really hope I don't mess that up. Another spring that's different. Okay, I'm going to really concentrate here. All right, so what I see is... Damn it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just losing what... Okay, so what would be logical would be for it to be like that. Man, deep spools. This is so cool. But anyway, yeah, I mean, how long do you viewers want to sit around watching me fumble like this? But I'll just say, sometimes I leave it unedited because I want to kind of show the struggle, if you will, that I go through. Just because, you know, hey, so many times we have these like super smooth operations on video, and it's really not that smooth. Okay, I'm pretty sure that this pin came out of here this way, but when I put it back together, I'm going to put it back this way because that's far more evil, unless there's something special that I see. Okay, so one thing I noticed on here is these holes are covered and there's like a little plate in there. I don't know if that was from the manufacturer or not, but looking in the Bible here, I actually see what might be a little bit of trickery right here. I don't know, but I don't know how Bearsback would have made that trickery there. Looking in the plug, we've got what looks like a little counter mill on one. 2 looks standard. A little threading on 3, 4 standard, threading on 5, and maybe some counter milling on 6. Well, I just got to tell you guys. Okay. Oh, also, I'll just say you will very likely see the with the key pins and drivers in it, so you could see how the drivers are interacting with the Bible when the key's not in it. But I'll just say this is a totally cool challenge lock. I am so glad, Bearsback, that you made it, and Hillbilly that you sent it to me. What a fun lock, and I love this. So that's all I have for you today. Thanks to everyone for all the participation in the channel. I don't necessarily get a chance to comment back and all that very much, but I do love it. And that is all we have for today. This is the Lockpicking Newbie. Have a good day.